All right, this is part 2 of Onshape design. We're going to be talking about drawings. Drawings are a way to communicate the parts you just made to the people that will be manufacturing them. So it's important that you show them all the important measurements on the drawing in a way that they can read it. All right, so first we'll start off by creating a new drawing. Go to the plus sign down the bottom left and create drawing. And just use the default template. Click OK. And you'll see that this opens up a drawing where you can place the parts and add ordinate measurements. Right, so we're going to do part 1, which is the base. And we'll go ahead and place that on the sheet. And as you move the cursor, it'll have different projected views. So here we see a front view or top view and a side view of the base. If we want to add another view, like perhaps an isometric view on the bottom right corner, we just click on projected views and move the cursor until we get the isometric view. Okay, we can use the cursor to move these parts, these views around. And you notice that the first two move together because they're both created off the same inserted view. All right, now to make them look a little bit bigger, we can change the scale of the part by going to View Properties and adjusting the scale. So we're going to go ahead and make the scale 1 to 2. Okay, just play with the scale that you need to properly fit on the diagram. All right. And we're just going to move them around a little bit, and we'll remove where it shows the scale. For our manufacturing process, that's not important to know the scale. What's really important is to know the ordinate coordinates. So we clicked on the ordinate coordinates, and now we're going to go from the top left-hand corner, which is our origin. It'll be 0, 0. And then we click on the holes and the lines to show what their measurement is. So you see that this whole base is 8.8¼ inches wide. And now we'll do the vertical coordinates. Okay. And we click on the sides and the holes to set those measurements. We can see that's 4 inches tall. Notice we left out the first hole ordinates, so we can add to this existing ordinate set by right-clicking on the ordinates and then just clicking on where we want the ordinate to be. Okay, don't forget to size the holes for the manufacturing team, and for that use Smart Dimension. And you just click on the hole, and it'll give you the diameter of the hole. And if there's all the holes are the same diameter, you could just say typical underneath that, and that tells the manufacturer that all the holes are 0.201 inches in diameter. You try to avoid extraneous, unnecessary labeling just to keep the picture clear. So if we had labeled every single hole, it would have been unclear. All right, we want to make sure we put a title on the drawing so that we know what it is. I usually try to give it something meaningful. In this case, we're going to call it Part 2 Base. So we're just going to clear out some of the edit fields. So we just have the center edit field, and then we go ahead and give it the name of the part. Okay, see, we type in Part 2 Base. And then we also want to know how many per robot of these items are needed. Right, so in this case, we'll just say 1 per robot. Sometimes you need multiple per robots, so you just say, this is to let your manufacturing team know how many to make. And then you also want to let them know what material it's made out of. So in this case, we're going to make it out of 1/4 inch aluminum. Okay, and that's it for the drawing.